play action. Allen. Got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. And that is incomplete here. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He was brought down.
It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
On the pickup.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Block now to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Here we go. Set.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Is good.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Broncos nothing. Stephen Hauschka to kick off for Buffalo.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
5-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Locke. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsey, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, If your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Block working out of the gun. Going deep for Diggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sean Murphy Bunting.
Intercepted.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Touchdown.
Melvin Gordon, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
And what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got his tight end fan. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 22.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 26-yard line. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
First down, Bills.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
22-yard line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Jeremiah Tauju. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
Doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Cortland Sutton.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Allen. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Broncos on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. This is the tight end Fant. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
He was brought
on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
3rd down.
The Broncos on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Allen. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 15-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos.
Touchdown.
Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
24.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make it 24-7. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
3rd down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
A gain of 5.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking deep for Hilton. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
T.Y. Hilton.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On third and long, it's Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Locke. Looking again for Diggs, and this time he's got him. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. And now they'll throw with Allen. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Allen's throw is complete, and he's taken down inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. There's the third-year man from Oregon. It's Royce Freeman. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
He was brought
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
On the pickup.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Down at the 13.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a give to Lindsay. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver is changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, my God.
Here comes Lindsay, toss right. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike, still deep.
Now Allen. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. Throwing again, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Locke took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Ready,
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Locke looks to throw it again. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
O.J. Howard.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. That's caught by Howard. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. He caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man, Hilton. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. That his 1st catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Ready, set. He's coming. He's
A 1st carry for the 2nd-year running back. It's Devin Singletary. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down, Bills.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Locke going to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jeremiah Tauchu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a toss right side. It's Gordon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Trent Murphy. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Allen. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Good.
Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Allen now on 1st down. Screen pass to Lindsey. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. It's now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
2nd and 7.
Play action. Now it's Locke. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Complete to number 14.
Stephon Diggs. 77 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. at the 46. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. Singletary here running out of the gun. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
4 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Going deep for Diggs. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
A 3-yard pickup.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never hit.